Hi, my loves. How are you guys? So I got this message yesterday from the Lord, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it yesterday, but God told me to rest yesterday. So I rested yesterday and got some stuff done. But I want to talk to you guys about something very particular and why it's so important to hold on to your purpose, why it's so important to not let anybody push you off of the path that God puts you on, no matter how hard they try, no matter how hard they poke at you in your personal life, in your work life, strangers. You're going to get it from everywhere. Do you get what I'm saying? And I can like I said, I'm going to testify about some things too, but some of you guys, you've been experiencing this your whole life, where every time the Lord blessed you with something, it's like someone would try to take it from you or someone would try to steal it from you. And it's frustrating. You know what I mean? And a lot of us, we've dealt with it from an early age. Sometimes it is a spirit of rejection. Sometimes our spirit will trigger others. Like I told you guys, your anointing will provoke people. Your anointing will trigger people. It will annoy people. And some people won't understand why they're triggered by looking at you, why they're triggered when they hear your name, why they're triggered. And it's all about your anointing. And sometimes because you're anointed, it starts from a young age. You'll trigger your parents, you'll trigger your cousins, you'll trigger people at school, you'll trigger teachers. And then you'll notice that those who are also anointed will be the ones who gravitate towards you. Those who are anointed will be the ones that love you. We've all grown up being bullied and being picked on, and most of us, if you guys can relate. And it's like when you're in school, sometimes there'll be that one teacher that stays with you after school, that helps you with your schoolwork, that one teacher that puts in that extra effort to make sure you're actually learning. There'll be that one friend that sticks with you. There'll be that one person that sticks with you, whereas everybody else will be triggered and they won't understand why. And it's actually your anointing. And the thing about it is that most of you guys will notice that you're extremely blessed. You've been blessed from a young age. No matter, it's like every time a door shuts on you, God always opens a new door for you. Even if it's not something to, your liking, it's always a new opportunity coming in for you. And it's like every time something falls apart, something new comes in for you. That's how God always has it. You know what I'm saying? That's like what happened with Joseph. Like every time they tried to take something from Joseph or put Joseph down, or Joseph got accused or ridiculed of doing something and he would go on to a next path, there was always another door open for him, even when the enemies tried to take stuff from him, right? So with that all being said, God was talking to me yesterday about people that that try to accumulate your blessings. They try to accumulate things from you. So it's like they accumulate your style, they'll accumulate your blessings, they'll accumulate everything about you, your identity, your personality, everything about you. And it's to the point where every time they accumulate this, it's like they want to look like the original. So because they want to look the original, what they'll do, there's a couple of groups. Okay, so there's people that will observe you, and as they're observing you behind the scenes, they're accumulating everything about you. Okay, they're your style, your ideas, just everything about you they're accumulating, and they're behind the scenes. And then it's kind of like they'll come out, and then once they've mastered your ideas, they've mastered your personality, they've mastered everything about you, your teachings, whatever it is, they'll master everything about you, your personality, your style, everything about you, whatever. Then they'll come out, and then once they come out, they'll try to get rid of you. Because you have to, and it's not just people that are behind the scenes, this is people that are in your face too. It's going to be friends, it's going to be family. They'll accumulate everything about you after they've observed and they've gathered it. They'll accumulate it, and then what will happen is they'll try to get rid of you. The reason why they'll try to get rid of you is because you are the original. If somebody's accumulating everything about you, they can't project, they can't put out there everything they have accumulated from you. Because if they accumulate everything from you and you two are in the same room, people are going to know who the original is. So what happens is they have to get rid of you. They have to figure out a way to get rid of you, to get you out that room. Let me give you an example so you guys understand where I'm coming from. Let's just say you're at a party, you're at a gathering. This gathering happens every Friday. Everybody is gravitating towards you. You are the leader of the gathering. You are you have the ideas at the gathering. You are the head of the gathering, okay? and there is someone at the gathering who wants your position, who wants to be just like you, and they're observing you, and then as they're observing you, they're accumulating everything about you. Then what they do at the gathering is they try to get you to leave the gathering and to never come back to the gathering, because they want to use everything that they've learned from you, but they can't do it if you're in the room, because if you're in the room, everyone's going to notice that they were accumulating everything from you, right? So, which is like AKA copying everything from you. So if they get rid of you, it starts to look as if they're the original. It starts to look as if they came up with the ideas, as if that's their personality, as if that's their style. You get what I'm saying? So they have to get rid of you in order for them to stand out, because you're the original and they want to be looked at as the original, right? So they'll try to get rid of you, and they'll get rid of you in any type of way they can get rid of you, whether it's magic, whether it's slandering you. The point is they want you to leave whatever it is wherever it is that you are, so they can try to take over. Okay. Sometimes if they can't get rid of you, they will rid themselves. They will get rid of themselves, because if they get rid of themselves, they can leave and they can use everything they've accumulated from you and fool other people. But once they remove themselves from you, it's easier to put whatever they've learned from you out there. What I mean by that is, if you're around someone who has been copying your style, your flow, your ideas, everything about you, they accumulated everything about you, and you are, let's just say you're still their friend, or you're still close with them, and they can't get rid of you, it's going to be hard for them to put your ideas into effect if you're still around them, because you're going to notice it. You get it? It's hard for them to use your personality or to pretend to be like you when they're around you, because you're going to notice it. Do you get what I'm saying? So they have to pull themselves away from you and run off with your ideas and stuff. And then that's when they cut you off unexpectedly, or that's when they just remove themselves unexpectedly. Remember, they can't use what's yours in front of you. They can't act like you in front of you, because you'll notice. So sometimes they'll pull away from you if they have no way to get rid of you. Most of the times they'll try to get rid of you if it's a narcissist. Let's take a look at this now. So we have Saul. You notice how Saul picked on David. Saul had an obsession with David. Saul was extremely jealous of David. Saul was also scatter-minded. Okay, 1 minute he loved David, 1 minute he hated David, 1 minute he loved David, 1 minute he hated David, right? But Saul also was trying to accumulate a lot of the things that David was doing. Do you get what I'm saying? But he could not use these things in front of David or around David, because people would notice, right? He wanted the attention. So remember, he knew David was going to be king. So he wanted to get rid of David to prevent David from being king, which is taking David out, right? And if you notice, Jonathan had to tell David, hey, my dad's upset at you. Remember, Saul had an obsession with David. Saul, my dad's upset at you. You should run away. David had to run away and leave town, leave the city, leave wherever he's from because of that, right? Now let's take a look at Jezebel and Elijah. When Jezebel saw Elijah's anointing and felt threatened by Elijah's anointing, Jezebel wanted to look like the original. Jezebel did not want Elijah to expose her. You get what I'm saying? Jezebel did not want Elijah's anointing to overpower her. So Jezebel had to get rid of Elijah. Even though Jezebel was accumulating a lot of stuff from Elijah. Do you get what I'm saying? To look like the original. Do you get it? Except she had negative intentions behind it. She had to get rid of Elijah. So that's why Elijah had to run away, because she was trying to hurt Elijah. Elijah had to run away, right? So that's another example. Another example is Lion King. Look at Lion King. Look how Scar tried to take over Mufasa's place and told Simba, because he was threatened by Simba, told Simba to run away and never return. Scar wanted to get rid of Simba so no one could see what's going on. Do you get what I'm saying? So he can be the one in power. Look what happened with Cinderella. Those were her glass slippers, right? But the two sisters and the stepmom had to lock her up in a room to get rid of her, so they would not know that she was the original. Do you get what I'm saying? So they can try to fit in her slippers to look as if they are the original, although they always try to accumulate everything about Cinderella, right? That's my point. When God puts you in a position and he has a purpose for you, what you have to understand is this has happened to most of us our whole life. where things have been taken from us, ideas have been stolen from us, people have tried to copy our personalities. They've literally observed us, whether it's behind the scenes and we don't know them, or whether it's behind the scenes or in front of our faces. People will always observe you and try to accumulate you. And then after a while, once they realize they want to do what you're doing, they can't be around you doing what you're doing because it's going to be too obvious. They can't be around you because they don't want to be in the same room as you doing what you're doing. Do you get what I'm saying? Or they'll try to get rid of you so they can take over that position. And if you guys notice, when people try to get rid of you, it's always when they're starting something just like you. All of a sudden, they try to do things to make you look bad. This has happened to me a lot. This happened to me my whole life. I'm pretty sure it happened to most of you guys your whole life. Even on YouTube, it's happened to me. Okay, it happened to me when I left New Age, and people were stealing my teachings, using my own teachings against me, even though I taught them. You know what I mean? And trying to flip it, use my teachings against me. And it's like, what the heck? I put you on, trying to help you, and you're trying to use my teachings against me? Who does that? Just so you look like you're the teacher. It happened when I left New Age, and it also happened recently too, where you're using my own teachings against me and twisting everything I was saying. Do you get what I'm saying? And trying to make me look bad, to try to make me run away from the position that God gave me, from the platform that God blessed me with. Do you get what I'm saying? Trying to use my testimonies against me, trying to twist my testimonies against me, to turn my testimonies into something negative, to make it seem like I don't have a testimony, to try to make it seem like my trauma was a lie, like I don't have any trauma. That's what narcissists will do. That's what narcissists will do. And I gave you guys examples. And like I said, it's not, I'm not trying to attack anyone. No, what I'm saying is I'm used to this because it's happened to me my whole entire life. This is nothing new. And that's why I say with you guys, you're used to this too. If you guys notice, growing up, you have ideas, you have personalities, etc. And when people see your personalities and start acting like you, now they don't want to be around you because they don't want people to know that they're trying to be like you. They don't want people to know that they're copying. They don't want people to know that they've accumulated your whole identity. So they'll remove themselves from you. That's why a lot of you guys, people just talk to you and then they stop talking to you and they cut you off out of nowhere. You get what I'm saying? And then for some people, instead of cutting you off, if it's too obvious, they were never your friend, they have to figure out how to tarnish you, how to make you look bad so they can get rid of you completely. So they can try to raise themselves up with everything they've accumulated from you. Right? So God I was having a deep conversation with God about it yesterday, and he said it happens to a lot of people. But the point is, when you go through this stuff, guys, the point is you just have to remember who God is. You got to remember what God gave you. You got to remember that it's like no matter what, you got to fight for what God gave you. Okay, let people try to copy you, steal things from you all they want, accumulate everything about you. At the end of the day, if it's something that God blessed you with, if it's something that is a part of your anointing, whatever they try to do is not going to be like you because it's yours. It's your anointing. God blessed you with it. So they won't get the same results as you. You get what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is always hold on to that position. Always hold on to anything that God gave you. The problem is with us growing up is because we were not taught this and because we were not supported by people. A lot of us, as soon as someone took it from us, we just let them have it. We just let them have it over and over and over and over again to the point where we run away and we walk away. I've ran away my whole life. I'm pretty sure y'all ran away your whole life too. Just like Simba, just like Elijah, just like David. You get what I'm saying? Like, just like Snow White ran away too. Remember? Like we've all run away. But when you come to your purpose and you come to where God needs you to be, there's no more running. There's no more running. You get what I'm saying? And that's what you have to do is you got to stand up for yourself and stand up for your birthright and just continue to push and move forward. Okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.